a married couple spent 2 years trying for a baby without ever realizing they weren't doing what it takes to make one? Sade and Kunle were the golden couple of that community. After years of admiration from family, friends, and fellow church members, their marriage had been the pinnacle of celebration in their small, deeply religious town. Everyone had gathered for their wedding, eager to see the beautiful union of the perfect souls. Their relationship was filled with love, respect, and faith. But after 2 years of marriage, something was missing: a child. In their community, where marriage was often followed by a rapid succession of babies, their childlessness became a matter of concern. The whispers began slowly but quickly grew louder, turning from innocent curiosity to insistent questioning. Sade, are we not expecting good news yet? Auntie BC would ask with a raised eyebrow, glancing suspiciously at Sade's stomach every Sunday after service. Kunle's mother wasn't as delicate. Kunle, you are a man now. What's the delay? Your father had 4 children by your age. Even at the market, Sade could feel the weight of the stares and murmurs as people exchanged looks, wondering why the perfect couple hadn't conceived. The pressure was unbearable, and after months of enduring silent judgment, Kunle and Sade decided they needed to seek help. Sade, I think maybe we should see a doctor, Kunle began, carefully choosing his words. We have been trying for 2 years. We have prayed, fasted, and received blessings from the pastor, but still no child. What if something is wrong? Sade looked at him with concern. A doctor? Kunle, we've trusted God, haven't we? Pastor even laid his hands on me last month. Maybe we just need more faith. It is not about lacking faith, Kunle replied, his voice soft but firm. Maybe there's something medical we need to understand. We have done everything spiritually, but maybe it's time we see if there's another explanation. Reluctantly, Sade agreed. Going to a doctor felt like an admission of doubt in God's will. But after so much time had passed, she was just as anxious as Kunle. Perhaps this was God leading them to another path. A few days later, they made their way to Dr. Bakare's clinic, a renowned fertility specialist in the nearby city. Dr. Bakare was an older man with a kind face and years of experience. As they sat in his office, he patiently explained the process and suggested a series of tests to assess their fertility. We'll start a few routine tests to ensure everything is functioning as it should, Dr. Bakare said, smiling warmly. Don't worry, we'll get to the bottom of this. Kunle and Sade nodded, feeling slightly reassured. Over the next few weeks, they underwent every test imaginable: blood tests, scans, and physical examinations. As the test progressed, the doctor became increasingly perplexed, but Kunle and Sade appeared to be perfectly healthy. Finally, they returned for the results, hoping for an answer. The day of their final consultation arrived. Kunle and Sade sat across from Dr. Bakare, who reviewed their test results with a puzzled look. Medically speaking, you are both perfectly fine, he began, glancing between the two of them. There is no physical reason why you shouldn't be able to conceive. However, there is something unusual I discovered during Sade's examination. Kunle's heart raced. What do you mean, doctor? Dr. Bakare cleared his throat, his eyes locking on Sade. Sade, your hymen is still intact. Sade blinked, confused. My hymen? Yes, the doctor said carefully. It indicates that you are still a virgin. Kunle's face turned white and Sade looked completely lost. But we've been trying for 2 years, doctor, she said, her voice trembling. How can that be? Dr. Bakare furrowed his brows. I need to ask you both a very direct and delicate question. When you say you have been trying to have a baby, what exactly do you mean? Kunle and Sade exchanged nervous glances. Well, Kunle began slowly. We go to bed every night. We hold hands, pray and sleep. The doctor blinked, stunned. You hold hands and pray? Sade nodded earnestly. Yes, Pastor told us that if we stay close and faithful in our marriage bed, the Lord will bless us with a child. The silence in the room was deafening. As Dr. Bakare processed what he has just heard, he leaned forward, trying to remain professional. You've never had intercourse? Sade's cheeks flushed red and Kunle shifted uncomfortably. Intercourse, Kunle repeated, looking bewildered. No, doctor, we were taught that intercourse is the devil's dance. The devil's dance? Dr. Bakare echoed, now thoroughly confused. Sade nodded quickly. Yes, our parents and pastor told us it is dangerous and sinful. They said we should avoid it as much as possible. For 2 years, you've been married And you've never engaged in sexual intercourse? The doctor asked, trying to clarify. Sade and Kunle looked down in embarrassment. No, doctor, Kunle admitted. We thought praying together was enough. That God would just give us a child if we were close and faithful. The doctor sighed deeply, pinching the bridge of his nose. He had seen many strange things in his practice, but this was a new level of misunderstanding. You said your parents told you intercourse was the devil's dance, the doctor asked carefully. Yes, Sade confirmed. They said we shouldn't practice in it. We thought it was wrong. The doctor shook his head slowly. I think we need to call in your families. This is a conversation that goes beyond just the two of you. The following week, both families, Kunle's and Sade's, gathered in Dr. Bakari's office. The tension in the room was palpable as the parents, aunts and uncles sat awkwardly, wondering why they were being summoned. Dr. Bakari wasted no time. Thank you all for coming. I have gathered you here because there is a serious misunderstanding that I believe needs to be addressed. Kunle's father, a proud, deeply religious man, frowned. What misunderstanding? Your children, Kunle and Sade, have been trying to conceive for 2 years, but they have never engaged in sexual intercourse. The room fell silent as the words sank in. What? Shade's mother gasped. What do you mean? They believed that intercourse was something to be avoided, the doctor explained, glancing at the parents. They told me that you refer to it as the devil's dance. Kunle's mother nearly fainted. Oh dear God. Shade's father buried his face in his hands. We did tell them that. Kunle's father, looking equally embarrassed, muttered, it was to scare them when they were younger. We didn't want them engaging in any sinful behavior before marriage. But we never thought they would carry that belief into their marriage, Shade's mother wailed. The room was thick with shame and regret. Sade and Kunle sat silently, mortified by the situation. Their parents had meant to protect them from temptation in their youth, but in their effort to shelter them, they had left them woefully unprepared for marriage. You never corrected this misunderstanding after the wedding? The doctor asked, incredulous. Shade's father shook his head. We assumed they would just figure it out. Clearly they didn't, Dr. Bakari said, his voice sharp. This is the failure of communication, and it is one that has cost them 2 years of confusion and heartache. Kunle's father rubbed his temples ashamed. We never should have used fear to explain it. We thought we were protecting them. In the weeks that followed, Dr. Bakari sat down with Kunle and Sade, trying to provide them with proper education on sexual health and intimacy. The couple, although deeply embarrassed, were grateful for the doctor's guidance. With the new knowledge, they began their journey towards building their family. Meanwhile, their parents and the entire community had to face the consequences of years of misinformation. Stories of the devil's dance and other misguided teachings had spread through the village like wildfire, and now everyone was re-evaluating how they approached sex education. A year later, Kunle and Sade welcomed the healthy baby boy to the world. The birth of their son was celebrated with joy and laughter, but also with a newfound understanding of the importance of communication and education. The community, once shrouded in silence and fear, began to embrace proper education about sex and marriage. The parents started having open conversations with their children, and the church even began offering classes for engaged couples to prevent further misunderstandings. Kunle and Sade's story became a cautionary tale, a reminder that while faith and prayer were powerful, they could not replace the importance of knowledge and education. My listeners, the lesson is simple. Fear and misinformation are not substitute for proper education. When communities fail to communicate openly and truthfully, they risk leaving people unprepared for life's most important responsibilities. Let this be a reminder to all parents and communities that teaching, rather than scaring, is the key to raising healthy, informed individuals. Thank you for watching Kunle and Sade's journey. What will you do if you're in their shoes? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to Auntie Annie's Wisdom Tales for more incredible stories and life lessons. See you in the next video, and remember, knowledge is just as important as faith. Stay kind and be blessed.